Have you ever thought that the love you give your dog might actually be the reason it's getting hurt every single day? Sounds absurd, right? But I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll realize that some things we do regularly, with all the love in the world, might actually be causing your dog pain, confusion, and a loss of trust. This video isn't about judgment. It's a gentle but crucial wake-up call. Because if you truly love your dog, you deserve to know the truth so you can change things in time. I'm going to share with you 16 common mistakes that most dog owners make, even experienced ones. Mistake number 5 might shock you because it sounds like such a loving gesture. So, what's the first thing you should stop doing immediately? Let's begin with something that seems harmless, but might actually be the most silent cause of pain for your dog. One common habit among dog owners is sharply pulling the leash when the dog pulls or gets distracted. It sounds like a simple correction, right? But did you know that every sudden yank is like an invisible punch to your dog's throat and windpipe? For dogs wearing collars, that jerk can compress blood vessels, damage their trachea, and if repeated often, even affect their thyroid. Worse yet, leash yanking teaches them nothing. It just makes them scared of walks. What should be a relaxing, exploratory time becomes a stressful, anxiety-filled experience. True love doesn't come from control. It comes from gentle, consistent guidance. Instead of pulling, stop walking. Wait for the leash to slacken, and praise your dog when they walk at your pace. A little patience can bring a world of peace for your four-legged friend. But there's another invisible weapon that can cause just as much harm: your own voice. Many dog owners believe yelling or scolding helps their dogs understand what they did wrong. But here's the truth: dogs don't process behavior like humans do. If you yell minutes after they tore up a pillow or did something wrong, all they understand is that you're angry for no reason. Their lowered head and drooping ears don't mean guilt. It's just a reaction to your negative energy. And if that keeps happening, they'll start avoiding your voice altogether. The bond begins to crack. Fear replaces trust. One compassionate reminder to hold on to is, if you want your dog to listen to you, make them feel safe when they hear your voice. What's even more heartbreaking is when we laugh at their fear. Some people think it's funny when their dog is scared of the vacuum, thunder, or a strange object. They tease, film, and share it like a joke. But to dogs, those are real moments of crisis. This seemingly harmless act chips away at the bond of trust, because when they turn to you for protection in fear, all they find is laughter or indifference. A dog whose emotions are ignored will shut down, lose trust, and might even react aggressively when fear builds up again. Never turn a pet's fear into a joke, because protecting their fear is protecting their heart. Sometimes it doesn't take a specific act to cause harm. Just being away for too long can be enough. Leaving your dog home alone for hours isn't just boring. It can be emotionally devastating for certain breeds. They don't understand if or when you're coming back. If loneliness becomes the norm, it can turn into deep anxiety. Behaviors like prolonged howling, chewing, or peeing indoors aren't acts of revenge. They're symptoms of overwhelming stress. Dogs, like humans, can experience depression. They shut down, lose interest in eating or playing. If you've ever seen the eyes of a forgotten dog, you'll understand why this hurts so deeply. Every moment you give your dog when you're home is a healing dose of love. You might think holding your dog tightly when they try to pull away is affectionate. But imagine someone hugging you tightly when you're feeling uncomfortable. Does that feel like love? Dogs feel the same. They might lick their lips, turn their head, stiffen up. These are their ways of saying, "I need space." Sadly, Many people miss those signals. The more they're forced to stay, the more they avoid touch. Worse, if they've experienced trauma, forced affection might feel like a threat. Let love be mutual. A gentle lick on your hand when your dog comes to you is more precious than 1,000 forced hugs. Even seasoned dog owners often overlook their dog's age. They used to run around the park. Now they lie quietly in a corner. Yet many still feed, play, and expect them to act like before. But a dog's body changes every day. Lingering joint pain, fading vision, weakening hearing, all require understanding and adaptation. An old dog isn't just tired. They deserve care, like a senior family member, with respect, tenderness, and thoughtful attention. Another subtle but impactful mistake is suddenly taking away food or toys for no reason. You might think, I'm the owner, I have the right. But in your dog's world, losing something they love can trigger panic. They might start guarding, growling, hiding things, or even get aggressive. Not out of anger, but out of fear. Instead, try giving a cue, then offering a trade or reward for giving it up willingly. Don't take, negotiate. That's how mature relationships work. Bathing too often or too little is also a serious mistake. Some people bathe their dog weekly to keep them clean. Others go months without a bath, thinking they're not that dirty. Both are harmful. Frequent baths, especially with harsh shampoos, strip natural oils, causing dry, itchy, inflamed skin. Neglect leads to bacteria, odor, skin issues, even parasites. Bathing every 4 weeks is a good guideline, but watch your dog's coat, skin, and smell to adjust. If they're only a little dirty, a damp towel can work wonders. If you recognize yourself in any of these examples, don't be too hard on yourself. What matters most isn't what you've done in the past, but what you choose to change starting today. And there are still more subtle, common, and often overlooked mistakes I'll share in the next part. One major mistake people often miss is ignoring signs of silent stress in their dog. Dogs can't talk, but their bodies do. They might start licking their paws constantly, pacing for no reason, whining when alone, or yawning excessively when not tired. Sadly, these signs are often dismissed as normal until behavior worsens. If your dog acts strangely and you don't know why, remember, every odd behavior is a silent cry for help. This gets worse when dogs lack social interaction. Many people only walk their dogs near home and never let them meet other dogs, out of fear or convenience. But dogs are pack animals. They need you, yes, but they also need to see, sniff, and read the body language of others. Isolation causes boredom and weakens social skills, making them reactive when they finally meet another dog. A dog's happiness isn't just about you, it's also about connection. Even those who walk their dogs daily sometimes spend the whole time on their phone. When your dog looks up at you, hoping for eye contact or attention, you're scrolling through social media. Just like humans, dogs crave presence. A loving glance, a soft compliment when they walk beside you, a gentle touch. Those little things form the deepest bonds. Don't let your dog's daily walk be a lonely journey. Like neglecting our own health, many forget regular vet visits for their dog. We wait until they vomit, have diarrhea, or stop eating to go to the vet. But by then, the illness might already be serious. Dogs are experts at hiding pain. Subtle behavior changes and mild discomforts are warning signs. One routine checkup could catch a problem early and save their life. Don't mistake your dog's silence for wellness. True love is proactive. And in the rush of daily life, ask yourself, when was the last time you genuinely praised your dog? We often give commands, correct mistakes, but forget to reinforce good behavior. A loving gaze, a good job, or praise when they wait by the door can light up their entire day. Dogs live for acknowledgement, not for the treat, but for the feeling of, "I did good." If you've ever seen your dog's eyes light up after being praised, you know how powerful that love really is. But in today's modern world, there's a new quiet threat: letting your dog watch too much TV or screens. It sounds harmless, maybe even fun, but screen time can disrupt sleep patterns, reduce real-life interaction, and cause restlessness or insomnia. Dogs don't understand content. They're triggered by fast movement and sounds, often overreacting. Give them quiet time. Turn off the devices. Go outside, take a walk, or simply sit together in peaceful silence. Stillness is also a form of love. And if there's one thing that haunts me, it's how often people underestimate a dog's emotions. They say, "It's just a dog. As long as it's fed and rested, it's fine." But no, dogs need to be seen, felt, and loved properly. Every small action, from stopping play when they've had enough to gently calling their name in the morning, builds a world of safety in their mind. Because in the end, what your dog needs most isn't a new toy or a fancy collar. It's a human who's sensitive enough to hear what they cannot say. And if you've read this far, I believe you are that person. If anything in this resonated with you, don't let it be a fleeting moment. Hit subscribe and join me on this journey of understanding, loving, and living more fully with your incredible four-legged friend. You and your dog deserve a joyful journey, and I'd be honored to walk every step of it with you.